So it's still Friday night, 5:45 p.m. Made it in time for dinner. Almost missed out on it. Almost missed out on it. And I got in a line that was kind of confusing me because I was seeing a lot of stuff piled up, but I was not seeing a lot of people. And generally speaking, hey, wow, they got this street cleared off. I see the little signs and the tent's gone from this block. You can still see all the garbage left behind across the fence. Yeah, they've definitely cleared off some blocks. That guy looks like he's rolling through the area shooting video with his the phone in a dash mount, like he's shooting video for YouTube of the area as he drives in the bike lane. That guy is literally driving right in the middle of the bike lane. I think he just noticed he was in the bike lane. Went a whole 2 blocks in the bike lane. Oh, so this is Justice Center, and I've mentioned this before. And my daughter had, I don't know, I was just down here and I was texting with my daughter Allison, and she was going through her little bout of homeless around here as well, about how I just felt like I had so little to look forward to at this stage of my life. Wow, they got that block cleared off too. Oh, I noticed that when I was driving by, although I do see somebody crashed out in front of Justice Center there. And this block cleared as well. This entire block on 10th Avenue used to be full of tents, and you can see the scars on the buildings from the fires. So now I was particularly depressed. I was telling my daughter I didn't feel like I had really much left to look forward to in life at my age. And then she's like, well, once you're 55, you can go to Justice Center. Like, it's not the sort of thing that makes me want to live like this for another 3 years. I don't see that as something to look forward to. Sorry. Anyway, what has me thinking of Justice Center is, God, and so many vacant lots down here. You know, and it's almost like people that are buying all these lots up and fencing them off and leaving them sit empty, it's almost like they're speculating, like they've been hoping for the city to just let this decay like this until the point it all gets cleared off so they can redevelop it, make a lot of money, and turn this into another area like the area just north of downtown along Central, with high-rises full of luxury apartments for the wealthy. So I got there kind of late for dinner. I saw people lined up, and I kind of got in what I thought was the back of the line, but I noticed there was piles of stuff along the fence there. I asked the guy I was standing behind. I forget exactly what I said to him, but I was trying to get a little clarity. Are they serving yet? What time do they start serving? And I guess he was confused. I guess he thought I was asking, and I guess what I didn't realize is that kitchen, the dining room area there at St. Vincent de Paul, I guess that gets used as a shelter at night for people to roll out their bedrolls and sleep, to be inside. And I was unaware of that. And just for clarity, I have never once stayed a night in a homeless shelter. So while I do have quite a bit of experience at being homeless, I've never stayed a night in a homeless shelter. I really don't know what that's about. The whole scene surrounding it always, I don't know, every time I've been homeless, it just seems like I've always found better options, either couch surfing or sleeping in cars, or I had the one homeless woman I had hooked up with who had the tent up around Papago Park. Such good times on her tent. If I could be anywhere tonight, I mean, I got good plans for tonight, but if I could be anywhere tonight, it would be in a tent with her, making love under the bushes. I really miss that. So anyway, yeah. So I didn't realize that's what the line was happening here. Hey, look at this. They no longer have a screen functioning here. There used to be a digital screen that would show the bus schedule for the rapid bus. Oh no, I stand corrected. That is a screen. 10/13/23, 5:51 p.m. West Phoenix High Capacity Transit Study. That is a screen. It's just showing high resolution images. I actually thought that was paper stuck there. Yeah, I hate it when those things change like that, because I was trying to read what it said and then it changed to something else. Heads up, walk smart, use the crosswalk. As if cars stop for people in crosswalks here. Oh, there it is. Light rail transit from Central Avenue West on Indian School Road, South 75th Avenue, and on, well, they're talking about light rail going west. Interesting. Part of me wants to scan that code, but hopefully I can go on the Valley Metro app and get a link to that, because that's very interesting. Now, whether I'll still be alive when they get that shit finished is a whole nother question, but yeah, it's that's interesting. You know, and speaking of them talking about light rail going west, the original plans for light rail going west, there's people turning or honking at each other. Like, they literally have 5 lanes they can turn into. Why are they all trying to go into the same lane? Such stupid. So anyway, the sheriff's department looks so cool from here. Still tripping on Sheriff Penzone not running for re-election. So yeah, the original plan for light rail was for it to go in the median of I-10. And of course that'll never happen, and I've shown in videos why, where they made the intersection where the Loop 202 joins near 59th Avenue, all the space that was set aside for future light rail has been filled in with lanes in the intersection. So even though there's the space for it on the rest of I-10, and you've got the underpasses at 79th Avenue, which are specifically for future light rail, there's nowhere to put that, which I got a lot of mixed feelings about it. Like, that should have been built 20 fucking years ago, 10 years ago, whatever. But I mean, my God, when was that freeway put in with the accommodation for it? It seems like that was in the early 1990s, late 1980s. So, you know, that should have got built right as the freeway got built. But yeah, just more transit infrastructure built that'll never be used, because the space is there. There's overpasses for it and stuff. I mean, it's nothing compared to the giant transit center that exists inside the tunnel underneath Central Avenue, which has never been ever open to the public. God, I wonder if through the connections I'm making with the mental health court and assistance for mental, by the way, I got court on Wednesday again, if that will, maybe I can use those connections to maybe fulfill my dream of being able to go down into that unfinished transit center and see it and shoot some video of it. I love the way the lobby looks of the Federal District Court building. Although I question if I'm getting good video of it or not. Shooting with the selfie camera of the iPhone still. It's the only thing that seems to really work these days. There's the venue formerly known as Dodge Theater. Not sure what it's called now. I can kind of see the sign, but I can't focus on it enough to read it. Arizona Financial Theater. Alrighty then. That's where I saw Coin the last time. How's it going? Pretty good. Well, security doing his job. I believe that was a federal marshal, actually. So glad they got somebody keeping an eye on that building. I would hate to see the Sandra Day O'Connor courthouse defaced by anybody. It's a really spectacular building, and one I've got to spend quite a bit of time in due to some interesting pursuits. The most recent one being the Sound Choice Karaoke Company trying to sue me over an allegation of trademark infringement, claiming I was a karaoke pirate. That was such horseshit. Sorry, my focus isn't very good today. So anyway, I was talking to the guys in line, and I thought I was waiting in line for food. Well, I guess come to find out, and somebody also told me they started sort of serving food at 4, and I probably got there at about 4:45. And yeah, the line I was waiting wasn't there for food. There was no line for food. That line was there waiting for them to let people in for shelter. And I get the feeling there's special requirements there. I don't know what they are though. As I said, I've never stayed in a shelter. Now, I was trying to get in a family shelter once with my daughter Allison when she was like 2 years old, but they denied me because I didn't have custody of her 24/7, 7 days a week. I only had custody of her 3 days a week. And they said that made us not, somehow that made us not a family that would qualify for a family shelter. And then of course they had the audacity, the person doing the intake interview with me had the audacity to ask why I didn't just let her mother take her all the time. I'm like, really? So your suggestion is this girl be deprived of her father instead of giving us some assistance? Like, do you tell women that shit, or you just save that bullshit for the men? Because I'm sure there's a lot of women that are homeless with kids that are simultaneously denying fathers access to their kids that probably have court-ordered visitation to make sure that they have those kids all the time so they can get that free housing. When in fact, those kids are probably supposed to be with those fathers, at least a couple days a week. But that's the fucked up world we live in, and it's not getting any better. I just wonder where the end game of all this is. As more and more people become homeless and find themselves unable to sustain themselves and afford. Why is this person stopped at a red light? Oh, because they're turning right. Okay. The guy in the fancy car is not even going when he's got a clean light. All the money to afford it and can't quite figure out how to drive it. And there goes a Tesla Model 3. God, I drive so many of those a day for Hertz. I've really warmed up to them. I really hated the Model 3s when I first started working there. And now I kind of enjoy them for what they are. But I still think overall they're a pretty crappy design for a car. But I do love the way they drive. No denying that. In fact, all the people that in videos about electric cars that are expressing their hate for electric cars, I get the feeling most of those people have never even driven one. Because given the choice between the way a gas car drives and the way an electric car drives, I much prefer the way an electric car drives. I mean, my issues with Tesla have never been with the way they drive. It's with the way you have to use a stupid touchscreen tablet to control basic features that should have tactile controls. But the actual driving of the car is quite enjoyable. Oh, so anyway, I'm sitting there and the guy finally was like, oh, you just want food? Dude, go in before you miss it. And I just walked right in. And yeah, they were already folding up most of the tables. They probably had half of the tables already folded up. And there was no line to wait. I just walked all the way in and walked to the front of the line. Got my plate of food. In fact, here's a picture of it. It doesn't look that impressive, but it was delicious. I just kind of mixed the rice in with the goulash or whatever the hell it is. And threw a little salt and pepper on it. I can smell weed right here. I can lie, it smells pretty good. Hey, check this out. Adam's Table, patio and bar. And it's in the Hyatt Place. Caddy corner from the Orpheum. I left a comment on Adam's channel. The Phoenix Homeless channel doesn't exist anymore. It still exists, but I think he deleted every video off of it. But he's got his other channel going pretty active now, the one that's called Adam Gilligan. Anyway, I left a comment asking if he'd seen. This is a video where he's walking around downtown, and I asked him if he'd seen. I think I called it Adam's Place. I forgot it was called Adam's Table. You should go in there and insist it's his place and have them feed him. Wow, I wonder what's going on here. Nothing on the sign. Looks like they got some pretty neat workstations going in with multiple monitor, like 3 desks all facing each other, and goosenecks on the desks for 2 monitors per workstation. That's a neat design. I mean, I like the, you know, I like the workstation design. The 3 people facing each other. I can't imagine what kind of work they're doing. I always dream of what it'd be like to have a job like that, but it's something I'll probably never know. I just don't know how to get those kind of jobs. Lucky to have the job I have. Speaking of getting jobs, oh my God. So yeah, I started after my whole ordeal with low IQ Jesse. I started doing some job hunting and filling out some applications, and I'm running into the same thing that I ran into about 2 years ago when I was trying to get my job, which ended up with me getting the job at Amazon, where I'm applying. I think I'm applying for a job, and it's set up to look like I'm applying for a job, but what I'm doing is inadvertently what they're disguising the application program for other job search websites. They're disguising them as applications for desirable jobs. And this time I made the mistake. Instead of using my LCM email address, I used my main email address. Oh, somebody's bag of food. Anything in there? Nope, just an empty bag. Wish I knew what this building here used to be. I know it's something historic, but I don't know offhand. The only thing I remember it being is a Mexican food place. It used to be Baja Fresh. Yeah, it's been empty for quite a while. So, dang, I forget what I was talking about. My train of thought hasn't been so good today. I smell weed again. That's a light rail station I need to get to. I need to get back to my car. I don't know how long till the next train, but the fact I don't see anybody sitting there is a sign that I probably just barely missed it. Then again, I think I hear it. I think I hear it coming. Oh shit, I lost my train of thought. I forgot what I was talking about as I walked through that courtyard there, approaching this transit center. I hear a train approaching, but it's probably the train a block away going the other direction. Dang, I forget what I was talking about. Something about, oh, so I went in and I got lunch. I think I already mentioned that I got lunch. I got dinner. Oh yeah, I showed a picture of it already. So yeah, after I came out of there, oh, they got fence up here. I wonder if they're getting ready to finally develop that piece of property directly across the street into something other than a surface parking lot. The way they got construction fence and some stuff behind it. That's been a surface parking lot for a long, long time. That's the Renaissance Hotel. I forget what it used to be. I know it used to be called something else back in the 1980s.
The next westbound train will arrive in 2 minutes.
I got 2 minutes till the next westbound train. I think it's funny how they call it a westbound train when at this point it's going directly northbound. Oh, and there goes the rapid bus. I think that would have been the rapid bus that I would have taken when I went to Amazon. What time is it? 6:06. Yeah, this is 6:11 is when I used to catch the rapid bus there. I didn't see the route on it, but if that's the I-10 West Rapid, then that would be the one I used to take to Amazon. Been thinking about reapplying to Amazon, but I don't know. I'm still pretty jaded about the way that went down. I really love my job. It hurts. I just wish I just need to find something to augment it, because 40 hours a week there doesn't pay my bills, and I'm heading into a absolute disaster at the end of this month, and I'm almost to the middle of this month. But this weekend I got big plans. I'm going up to Four Corners into Flagstaff with Corey. He got a hotel room for us tomorrow night. I think the total eclipse of the sun happens in the morning. I want to say around 9 a.m. or so. So I think his plan is to drive all night. I'll probably end up sleeping half the drive, but drive all night up there in his Camaro, and I don't know exactly where we're going. I trust him to have this stuff all taken care of. He's a lot smarter with this stuff than I am. And the plan is, after that, drive back to the hotel and check in and get situated, and then try to find a karaoke bar and enjoy a night of being out and karaoke in Flagstaff, and then stay the night and head back to Phoenix in the morning. And of course I go to work at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday. So I got to make sure I got enough food to tide my cats over. They've been on kibble for the last couple of days. So.
The westbound train is approaching the station.
It says the westbound train is approaching the station. Oh, I hear it. I hear it tooting. So I was going to say more of what happened over in the zone, or at the Human Services campus. Not a lot to say, really. I connected to the Andre House Wi-Fi, and I had a very large video to upload, and I did get it uploaded, so that's the important thing. But yeah, I started at one table, and then I moved to a table that was closer in hopes I could get a stronger signal on the Wi-Fi. And right as I started eating and was situated and was able to use the Wi-Fi, they announced that everybody needed to go. If you still had a tray, that you needed to go take it outside. So I finished eating in the courtyard over in the Human Services campus, and I sat by an older guy that I think was like 56, and he was telling me about the Justice Center and the services he gets at the Justice Center. I can smell weed right here. I can lie, it smells pretty good. Hey, check this out. Adam's Table.